that event right there could have changed Ghosty's career forever.
I agree.
Because I think if they lose to London and they get double first rounded at their home tournament and everybody's upset and now the confidence is shot from everybody and Ghosty wouldn't have had that high of stock if they lost that one. His career
would have been...
Maybe they make changes and then people question picking him up, or they don't make changes and they just lack confidence. I think for someone like him, that was just like a fairy tale and like a dream come true, because first off, their run made it so much better for everybody there. Like, if that team places top 12 compared to making a run to the grand final,
the tournament,
the energy there is different. There's probably less people in the crowd. There's less. We are not setting the viewership record for the CDL if they get knocked out early. So, I mean, that is the best example that you'll see of flow state.
Welcome back to episode 115 of the OpTic Podcast. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp and DoorDash, but we will talk about that a little bit later. I'm here with my co-host, Nick Maniac Kirshner, the best player of all time in 2009.
The Scump of Halo.
Scump, Abner, Scumpy, Seth. Forgot your name.
What's up with your voice?
It's still chalked.
From yelling?
I think he's faking it.
How would I fake this?
Because it kind of gets you attention, because then people ask about your voice.
And they think you're like more dedicated because you're doing it. And
damn, Hitch lost his voice at the event.
And he's still doing the podcast. Wow, Davis must be so dedicated.
I love Hitch.
You're making us all look like shit.
I love Hitch.
And then also Methods.
Thanks.
Fucking.
I was going to give you a good intro, but then I started getting roasted.
No, it's all good. No, it's all right. I'm used to this treatment around here already.
Starts quick, doesn't it?
Yeah, Shotzi's calling me dog shit in front of thousands. Everyone's... People tweet me, that's what you get.
Yeah.
You gotta earn his respect.
You gotta earn his respect.
Why? Yeah, when did it become a diss to only win 2 events?
Yeah, how many...
Winning's kind of fucking hard.
Forever.
Shut up.
And you have to factor in...
Why do you say forever?
You have to factor in...
It's always been a thing.
It's not really 2 chips in 10 years or 11. It's more like 2 chips in like 6 or 7.
It doesn't matter.
I was underage for an extended period of time, which caused me to get dropped. So we're looking at like 2 chips in like 7 years. So it definitely takes 4 years.
10, 15. Winning's fucking hard unless you're some people.
Yeah, listen, man. I didn't have
unless you're some freak and you got lucky and got good
super
teammates.
Team I had, my superstar kind of bottled it.
Yeah, that was my bad.
I said one of the super teams I had, my superstar bottled it. But hey, man, that door is closed and now it's on to new ventures.
Sure, I like that outlook on life.
Now I'm on the couch.
Was that looked at as like a God Squad when you guys formed?
No.
I don't know. I don't know why he threw that in there. We were good.
I was like, wait, is that how they looked at it?
Individually, we had like one of the best rosters in that game, but
God Squad,
role wise, I mean,
they had 1 SMG.
We can stop talking about this one.
I'm just saying, I hear the same shit from Halo. People be getting on me for only winning 2 events, and it's like, dude.
Is that how many events you've won?
One was the national championship, which is basically Worlds.
No, yeah, you take that.
Wait, Nats? If it was called Nats, it had to be when? 2009, 2010?
2009. Don't ever forget that.
What team were you on?
I mentioned it.
Was it BTH?
BTH.
They used to call the same thing with COD, right? They used to be like Nats. They used to be Nationals instead of Champs. It's like Black Ops 1 era.
Yeah. Yeah, there were Nat. There was a Nat. There was a Nats at BO1, and then next year was... What was after BO1? MW2?
MW3.
MW3?
Yeah.
MW3.
Would Formal be the GOAT if he started in COD?
What do you mean?
Because he started in like Ghost. How many CODs? How many years?
He didn't miss much.
BO2.
He only missed BO2.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, because people like I love learning about the Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4 era, but
they still count as chips.
People just disregard that.
People act like it's as if people act like Halo 1 never happened.
And those are the most fun times in gaming.
Ogre One helmet.
MW3 was one of the most fun eras of gaming ever.
That was the first time I started like
MW3
really.
was?
Like just
MW3 was godlike.
MW3 World at War is like the most underrated Call of Duty ever, I think.
It's a shame that those games didn't really get as much love competitively because those games were fucking
those games were so fun.
Get me Arcaden right now.
Like Lockdown CTF was
Lockdown was a good map.
If we got Arcade, I'd be jumping up and down for joy.
Yeah, I'd be, yeah.
Have you seen the new map that's releasing for COD? It's called like the Resort. What is it called?
Expo? Something Expo?
Something Expo? Himdels?
Yeah, something like that. It's got some water in it.
Apparently, there's an explosive vehicle right next to the A-bomb site, like on the A-bomb site, which isn't ideal.
It looks,
Here it is.
I mean, it looks pretty. It looks
competitive map?
Hopefully. Whatever we can do to get Fortress Control out, we must do.
Yes, let's play this. It can't be worse.
Dude, Fortress Control. Did you get a lot of shit for tweeting the Fortress Control thing?
No.
Dude, I got fucking blasted for
Well, because
they pick and choose who to go after.
Well, I always say it though.
I'm
like,
consistently the person they go after.
I say it all the time too.
Like I consistently like.
Yeah.
I mean, I say it every watch party we do. Every team we watch, I'm like, this map sucks.
Yeah.
Well, if you tweeted that, if OpTic didn't play, like, but because OpTic lost and then you tweeted it, everyone's on your ass.
Well, we were down 0-2. This is an online match. We were down 0-2 and Fortress Control was the third. And that's when I tweeted it. I was like, I can't believe we're playing this fucking map.
Yeah.
And then people started seeing it after we lost the third map.
That's the problem.
And then they were like, oh my God, you're just making excuses for the team. And I'm like, I didn't say anything about the team. Yeah. I said the map sucks. Yeah. It's just,
which is true. Objectively, it is a true statement.
Listen, they're mean online sometimes, man. They're mean.
Oh, dude, they've been on some shit lately.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been, mentally declining.
They can be pretty mean.
What?
No.
Why'd you say it like that?
Don't do that.
No.
Don't let them get to you, man.
You see the Snapchat thing that's like, no, don't do that. You're so sexy. Don't be depressed. You're so sexy.
I haven't seen that, but
it's pretty good.
Keep telling Zin, don't let him get to you.
Dude,
they were kind of getting to you.
When you have 100,000 people saying Zin leave because someone would walk in like the background of the watch party.
What happens when like chat starts getting weird? Just don't look at it.
Yeah, but dude, I mean,
there's times where I ignore chat.
Yeah, but
when I know it's gonna be like weird, I just don't look at it.
But is it ever weird about you?
No,
yes.
Never.
I don't think I ever see.
Very rarely.
I mean, it's his watch party.
Yeah,
like it's so of course,
and they're going amazingly.
Yeah,
but like if you have like a bad, if like I have a bad map or something, like say I'm playing ranked, I have a bad map, I just look straight. I don't even look at chat.
The problem is, I don't think his chat is properly moderated.
Damn.
So if one person
it's hard to moderate 100,000 people.
Well, no.
Dude, I can't even read the chat. I can't imagine trying to mod it.
Well, no, I'm talking on like any average day. But yeah, I need to learn to it just. I'm very interactive
on any
with chat.
Average day. No, my chat is honestly not bad on an average day. I'll get like a couple bad people, like maybe less than 5.
You're talking about outside of watch party.
Yeah, watch parties. If I have 35,000 people,
well, you tend to also like, for example, like one hate message compared to like 100 positive messages. Usually, at least me. I'll like read the negative message and maybe overthink it a little more than I probably should.
Fuck yeah.
It's a habit I need to break, but it's
yes, you do.
No, okay, here's what actually happens is it doesn't like affect me, like I don't like start thinking I'm like whatever. It like hits my anxiety cord and then I just become tense. Like that's
you do tense up.
Well, you're giving them the keys to the kingdom right now. Stop talking about it.
Okay. No, I like hearing about it. I don't like hearing about the haters, but I like hearing about like how you deal with it. Because everybody deals with it in different ways.
Like, it's not one of those things where I go overthinking. I'm like, oh shit. Like it's like this subconscious effect where I just like sort of tense up.
Blocking
but once I get like loose, I'm loose.
Well, that's how, dude. When I first got into the Scuff House, people would like make fun of my laugh, and I stopped laughing. I stopped laughing for a little while.
That's weird.
Because I have like a very like flamboyant.
It used to be what I just did.
Super loud laugh. But I also when I like. You know, like when I like have that piercing laugh, like I can't do it now, but that's real. It's 100% genuine. I've always laughed like that, and I never knew it was weird until like I started reading comments, and they're like, "This guy
it's
laughs.
not weird.
He fake laughs."
I've noticed it's only Twitch, honestly, because like if I ever like read like YouTube comments of like an OpTic channel or my channel, it's literally all positivity. Like very, very, very rarely is there like a hate comment. I feel like the only platforms where I actually see hate are Twitch and sometimes Twitter.
So don't get And Reddit.
Well, I don't go on Reddit.
So don't get on Reddit.
Yeah,
the only time I'll go on Reddit.
Reddit's the worst.
I will only go on Reddit to read like
insane.
breakdown.
I've never been on Reddit,
Dude.
but I assume there's been threads.
I like
about
have
me.
a really love-hate relationship with Reddit because that's where I started. Was like I really liked watching or like reading all this stuff like back in like the Black Ops 2 Ghost days, and then I joined Scuff House and they just like turned.
Well, it's also great for
I was
like if you want to learn about a topic, isn't Reddit like incredibly like you can actually use Reddit
I'm
educationally?
Specifically the COD competitive and the OpTic gaming Reddit.
Yeah,
Dude.
Reddit.
But Reddit in general is a lot of fun.
It's one of the most frustrating things ever. So I've talked about it a lot, but it's like if I have a bad match and you talk about me playing bad, that's okay. Like you're allowed to discuss my performance, but then it's like you have people who just start going, yeah, and I fucking hate his personality, and it's just like, and it's like you have never spoken to me personally one day,
bro,
in our life,
And nor will they ever. So fuck them.
ever.
Yeah, I tweeted the Fortress Control is a bad map or something like that, and then somebody said like, man, this guy's personality is so bad. He's always
Fuck
a victim.
him.
He's always a victim.
Fuck him.
Like,
Fuck
how
that
am I
guy.
a victim for Fortress Control being a bad map?
That
It's a
guy
bad map.
sucks.
I
I
tweeted.
can guarantee it. Fuck him.
I tweeted about Slasher, and I was like, he's wearing his tight ass hat and his tight ass jeans, and you have to go read the comments on that. First off, the kid's one of my best friends. And people were just replying, yeah, but how many chips have you won? You fucking retired to sit on the couch with Scump and read his gifted LMAO. People are replying with skull emojis and shit. Got his ass.
Oh, man,
they're fucking sick, dude.
That's funny.
They're sick.
Dude, just fuck them, man.
Yeah, it's easy.
It'll come in waves. It'll disappear.
It'll
Everyone's
disappear,
gonna
bro.
fucking love
You're gonna
you.
have,
man, I'm
you're gonna
good.
have months where people
Everyone,
like, love
no, the
you.
thing is, everyone
Repeat after
does
me.
love you, but
yeah.
the negatives stick out so hard.
the negative waves come in waves. So like you won't read them for like a couple months. And you're like, oh my god, like everybody
Dude,
fucking loves
I'm
me.
telling you.
And then it's coming.
I don't even care about the Twitter. It's just like if I'm doing like a watch party and I read it in chat and they're like, it just causes me to tense up. Then I can't like make jokes and can't be like me.
I
freely.
feel that.
I know exactly
when
how
I
you feel.
first sat at SCUMPS watch party, like first off, I realized it's like, why am I here? I don't even know the maps. I don't know what's going on.
But that's
people
not
are,
the point.
But people are like, why is
You're there
Maniac
to watch
here?
and have fun.
Someone else take Maniac's seat, and I'm like, I'm not gonna read that anymore. And then it does make you like kind of more quiet and sort of like tense, and it's just like, damn,
No,
what
once I
then you overthink like,
Dude, it's weird.
just little shit you would normally say, but you don't say it.
It's like, I guess the feeling I can compare it to is if I'm like at a party and I feel uncomfortable and like my social anxiety like kicks in and I just feel like tense and uneasy. That's the feeling that I would compare it to, where it's like, I'm not like, I don't believe like, I don't let it get to me in the sense where I'm like actually thinking less of myself. It just causes me to like tense up socially. And then, I don't know.
You don't seem like you have social anxiety. Like you got
I mean,
up on a
100
fucking
100,000 people is a lot of people.
Well,
But
That's a
I
lot
don't
of
care
fucking
about
people.
like a Twitch chat.
well, I need,
really.
okay, so I need like safe people with me. Like if I'm going to like a party with people I don't know,
Yeah.
I would need like one or two people where I know I could rely on, where I can like be in a conversation or just stand there and feel normal.
Yeah.
Like otherwise I'll just like,
Tweak.
I hide it pretty well.
Mm.
And I've always dealt with it by being like making jokes and like trying to make people laugh. Like that's sort of been always my, I guess like coping mechanism is just being, I guess, social, like fake it till you make it type situation. But yeah, I actually have some pretty decent social anxiety
I do too.
in certain situations.
I mean,
like,
I think everybody has. I think everybody has a little bit.
no, dude,
Dude, Nick's bad.
I'll like.
Nick's bad.
Yeah.
We went to the Post Malone thing, and so we were supposed to get a tour bus, and it ended
But I
up
handle it well.
it ended up dwindling down to like us in an RV. And so we're like we're
OpTic
traveling
budget.
down the R, like we parked the RV right next to all of his tour buses, and we're standing outside with Post's assistant, and she's gonna bring us in, and we're waiting on Nick, and Nick texts and says,
It's partly true.
sorry guys, I'm in the bathroom. I'll be out in a
I was
second.
the last to shower. Z-Laner took a fucking fat shit for 30 minutes and didn't, and like took up all the time. So now I got to take the 2-minute stinky shit shower.
That's insane.
So we're waiting there.
That'll
and
make you
I'm-
take a shot right there.
I'm sitting beside Paige, and we're talking, and he texts that and says, I'll be on a second. I'm in the shower. And we look inside the front window of the RV, and we can see him pouring a shot.
What, I got caught in 4K?
You got caught in 4K. Literally,
yeah, no, that's what
we saw him put the phone down. Like, sorry, I'm in the shower right now.
That's fucking
And then he
great.
poured a shot and was hitting shots because he was so nervous to like be around people he didn't know.
Dude,
Yeah,
and
that's-
social anxiety is so weird.
Yeah.
Like, I remember
not?
back in high school, like, I'd be going to a party at night, and it's people I'm with every single day, nonstop, in school, after school, whatever. And I would, for some reason, have, like, social anxiety going to the event where I know every single person there well, comfortably. It's like, it's just weird, dude. I don't know.
Dude,
Oh, I feel it walking in here. I mean, there is like a whole corporate side, but like, I feel it every day walking into a building where there's just people in general. I don't know what the fuck it is.
I think
I'll
COVID-
die on the hill that social media caused it all. Or like,
I agree. I agree.
completely
I feel like I've
propelled
always
it.
had it.
Because I think I used to be closer. I think I used to be friendlier and closer with everybody in the COD scene prior to COVID hitting. Because like, and I think like the CDL, I don't know if the CDL like fucked things up or maybe because there's no more pro lounge. I don't know what it is, but like I'll pass somebody like vaguely, like I remember working this weekend, I passed Brian Saint in the hallway
Yeah.
and it was this weird, like we know each other and like,
Nah.
like 5 years ago, I would have been like, yo, what's up, brother? But like now it's like, I say like give him a little head nod. He gives me, and I don't know why. Why didn't I just say hi?
Weird,
Like
man.
I know the guy.
Yeah.
Why didn't I just say hi to him?
It's weird.
And the same thing happened with Attach. This like 30 minutes later, and it's just like, damn, I should have just. I don't know. I don't know if that's anxiety or if that's just like, I think
You might have a fucking ego.
it's not that. It's not that.
I'm not going to say hi to this guy.
You see, it was more of like, should I say hi to him? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can relate to all of it, man. But it's weird.
I hope it doesn't come across as damn.
No, it's
now
like-
you just made me overthink that.
No, I
Now they
think
might think they're like, oh.
Dude, a lot of videographers said that. Like,
I
back
feel like
in
people
the-
might think that about me, and it's like, I just don't like talking to people like a lot.
Well, it's different for you. You get mobbed. Wait, did you get a chance to like sign and?
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, we did
oh,
a signing.
How did that go?
It went great. People were really
How
respectful.
long did that take?
I mean, we only did an hour because we had to get back to
Okay.
the watch party, so it was like kind of hard. I mean,
Yeah.
but it was great. People were very nice. A couple people came up and they were like, I think I'm losing my voice too a little bit.
Are you?
It sounds like, but we also, I don't know if we can put this in there, and feel free to cut this if we can't, but we went to the Disneyland of strip clubs after on Sunday. I mean,
Did you really?
and I was just breathing in smoke for like, it was
Wait,
like
what is
people
the-
were just smoking like Black and Milds, like whatever, a cigar, anything.
Wait, hold on. What does the Disneyland of strip clubs mean?
Dude, it was
I
just,
didn't know what you meant.
it was just insane. There was 2 floors. I walked in and a girl was like 30 feet in the air right when I walked in. And there was hundreds of people at like 3 a.m. And I was inhaling stuff.
On a Sunday?
Yeah, and I was inhaling stuff. And I think, I mean, there was hundreds of people. It was it was incredible. I've never felt like so weird. It was
On a
insane.
Sunday night, because the only time I've been to a strip club in Dallas was when we went after some event, and it was not popping.
It was so popping. It was crazy.
I didn't know there was a place like that around.
Hundreds of people. I mean, hundreds.
I think I've been to that one that you're talking about. There's like 2 floors.
Yeah.
Did you guys get like a section or anything?
Yeah,
Anything?
skybox.
Really?
Yeah.
You got a skybox in the strip club?
Yeah, it was like $100. It was insane. All right, moving on though. What was I gonna say?
But
meeting people.
we were talking
Oh
about
yeah. I was gonna say it was great until some people came up and they were like, "Hey, it's really nice to meet you. I was looking forward for you to watch you play, but then you retired." And I'm like, it's such a weird position
Yeah,
to be
man,
in. I'm like, my bad. I mean,
yeah.
I got to do what I got to do, you know?
I mean, some people will come up to us and be like, man, like say this is like their shirt or like their controller. They'll be like, man, I really wanted Seth Scump to sign this, but like, here you go. I'm like,
That's insane.
All right.
There's just certain things that like,
I mean,
But it's not,
there's
It's
also
not meant
some,
to be.
like,
it's not
rude,
meant,
but-
it's just like, that's
Yeah.
just like what they say in the moment.
Yeah, like
but it was great. I mean, I mean, that's like the worst thing that someone even
Yeah.
said, and it's like it's not even. They didn't mean it in a weird way. So
it's you kind of just like you're in like super like a positive mode. Someone said to me, they're like, only signature I need is formal. If you see him, can you tell him? And I'm like, I mean, sure, but what the fuck's he gonna do? Is fly around the venue and find you and sign your stuff?
Yeah.
But
the
event was actually insane.
It was great. I'm a little disappointed just because we had plans to do the festival hall live stream, which would have allowed us to meet more people, and obviously that just didn't work. Thursday we got there and nothing worked.
Yeah. That was really. I was super bummed about that.
Yeah, but it was a fun event. I mean, we ended up making the best of it. We still had a great time on the watch party. Got to meet some people. Yeah, it was great.
So, are you guys going to be doing the next? Are you the watch party and the breakdown from the next venues as well?
Well, the breakdown is hard to do mobily, so we couldn't even do the breakdown at our event. So it might be hard to do it at someone else's.
I get you.
The next event's in Columbus, which there's no fans going to that, so it's going to be a little bit of a weird one.
I can't believe we're going from that to no fans.
I know.
We're still going though.
Yeah, we're still going to go just because, I mean, it'll probably be a little cooler for us because if there's no fans, we'll probably have more access to the players.
Right.
Yeah. Just because, I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what venue we're going to, and it's like super intimate. It's like,
really? Yeah.
Like everyone in there is either a player or a coach, and there's like staff there.
It's like a belong center or something.
Yeah. So we'll be able to meet, or not meet, but have people come on and you know, hang out.
We own ESA, don't we? It's like, fuck it, Major 4, run it back.
Well,
it's probably booked up.
It takes a lot. Yeah, it takes a lot of work.
Imagine though if we ran it back.
I mean, I would love to
do a neutral event, but it wouldn't be neutral.
They probably wouldn't allow that.
Yeah,
because
it would not
like your home field advantage.
Well,
like,
yeah.
No, I think they would.
Really?
Because, because whenever an event is booked somewhere else and they're not sure, like this happened a couple times last year, where they're not sure if it's actually going to go through at that place, they also block out ESA. So like a good fallback venue is ESA. Yeah, they did that for champs like 2 years straight.
But that is definitely home field advantage.
Yeah,
I mean,
it for sure is. But the kickoff was there.
I can say it just from like, I mean, I'm sure you can speak on it too, but just from like personal experience. So I mean, pretty much like 98, 99% of the time, the crowd was always on our side when I was competing. But I can't imagine playing against OpTic with that crowd. It's probably
I feel
so
like it'd
hard.
probably be kind of fun though.
No. I mean, it's definitely fun, like the shit talk and like the fans are screaming, but like if you get shit on, that's definitely affecting you. Like if you know what I'm saying? Like the crowd goes crazy.
Do you
every time you die?
Yeah.
That definitely has some effect on you.
What do you think the craziest? Well, I guess you guys weren't out there. The craziest moment of the whole tournament was when I think like Shotzi and Hoop go on like this crazy run and they don't die for like 2 minutes, and every kill it seemed like the crowd was just like.
Yeah.
It was like a roar.
And I guess, I mean, that's how it is in traditional sports. Like if you're playing in an NFL stadium or an NBA stadium, like you kind of have to just shut the crowd up. And it's like, if you don't do that, I feel like it's so hard. And there were times when we could tell that the crowd was like when we start losing, the crowd kind of goes silent because
kind of mellow out.
And I mean, I guess that's all you can do.
Yeah.
But whenever like the team is on and you hear the crowd on top of that, it's probably so hard.
That is one of the cool parts about franchising, though.
Yeah.
Because now it's changed. Like back, usually it was always OpTic the favorites when it comes to the crowd.
Like MN, I think at their event, it was like we weren't really favored. I don't remember if we played MN, but
I mean, for example, even like when we played you guys in Boston, the crowds will still get loud for OpTic, but it's louder for Boston. Like I feel like people are getting behind their actual home team.
Yeah.
And OpTic's the fan favorite in every other match. But like I feel like when it's the home team versus OpTic, it's at least like a 50-50 split now, or like 60-40.
And the home team's just going to be louder.
It's definitely close.
Because they're...
And that's cool. Because there's a lot of negatives to it, but there's also some positives. And I think like actually building like hometown crowds and like, you know, being able to be from Boston and support your Boston team, like that stuff's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, you go to one live event. I mean, I say it all the time. I don't really support a basketball team, but you go to a Mavs game and you see like everybody getting hyped for the Mavs, and you're like, damn, this is cool. And you know it's 30 minutes away, so you're like, I might just I've thought about becoming a Mavs fan.
That's kind of how I feel about
you
the
just
Cowboys.
clap at that point.
Same.
You're like, fucking
I'm on like, am I a Cowboys and Mavs fan now?
Yeah, that's
I
kinda
really
how I
don't
feel.
give a shit.
I don't care about anything.
But it's like I sort of know Dalton Schultz now, so I'm like, I think I'm a Cowboys fan,
Yeah.
and I'll actually watch their games.
But you could actually like go to their stadium. Like it's attainable to
and
go
even
there.
though I don't give a shit, I would still, just because I live here and I pull up to the game, like the crowd's going crazy, I'd be rooting for him as well.
Dude,
Exactly.
I
So
wonder.
it's good to see in esports.
I wonder if this is the first Call of Duty event ever where people were like camping out. Like camping out.
I don't
Why
think- I
were
don't
they
think so.
camping out?
I don't. Yeah,
Better
I'm-
seats,
I'm
probably?
Better seats.
Oh.
Because it's
Boozer.
yeah, like
The
VIP doesn't get like there's no VIP section. They just get first access into the venue. So they were out there at when we made Sunday, they were out there at 3:45 a.m.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I wonder where the best seat in the venue actually is.
Insane.
Because first row, surely you're like looking up at the big screen, right? Surely like the best seat is like
Nah,
10th
first row's
row.
insane
row.
though.
Yeah.
Because that's like
Is it?
that's
you
like
get to get up. Everyone's
Yeah.
fucking
First
it's a
row is
mosh
the best.
pit.
Yeah, you're standing up. People are going crazy. Did you watch like the?
Yeah, no, yeah, they're insane.
They're insane.
I'm talking from like a
The hype
like a
squad?
pure spectator to actually
Yeah.
like watch the games. I guess first row's fine.
And it's crazy because they would get there. I mean, Sunday was a little different because we played every match, but like Saturday they'd get there all decked out in OpTic gear at 7 a.m. or 5 a.m. I think, and then like they would just watch all the other games and wait for the OpTic match. I mean, I'm sure they had fun watching the games, but like it's not like traditional sports where like you get there and you're watching the game. Like you get there and then you sit through games until you get to watch the game.
I went
don't
out
know,
there
it's pretty
for when they walked out once because we were obviously in the watch party, so we each went like once, or you went a couple times. 'cause you
That's
did
one
the
thing that
intros.
that's one thing that like the watch party kind of like, obviously the watch party did insane, but I wish that we got to like watch a map or even a match like out there.
Wait,
I mean,
the
obviously
mezzanine area would have been sick.
That's
The
we had the mezzanine, and again, it just sucks that like our plan basically blew up in our face. I mean,
Yeah.
but it would have been so cool to like have that set up and be able to.
No, the mezzanine would have been. I actually felt bad for the production staff too, because that's the first time I've ever seen anything like that happen at ESA. And like, it just sucks when you test something the night before. I'm sure Matt can attest to this. When you test something over and over and over the night before and it works, and then you go there the day when it's supposed to happen and it all just breaks.
Well, the PC, I'm pretty sure the PC just like,
complete fried.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they threw the PC
No,
out.
there were a couple things. I think like one of the something with the bandwidth, like something couldn't support it, and then also here we use OBS, which is like very simple.
Matt Craig, can you wiggle your mouse?
I
real
think we were
quick?
doing vMix at the event, which is like
Screen
a
broke.
live feed, and they had to like add a mic. It was just like it was just a whole shit show.
You're good.
And then instead of just going back and forth,
Yeah. I mean,
It was just like-
vMix is like
give us one
the
great
more,
setup.
Yeah. If it would have worked, man, that would have been.
I went out there and watched him once, and I'm fucking short, dude. I'm trying to get like a cool snap Instagram story. I had to walk up the stage steps and like lean over to get a cool video.
I mean,
like-
it was cool. It was a dope event.
Yeah.
You know, it was.
And the guys look nice. I mean, what was your guys' takeaway from the team, like watching that loser bracket run?
I mean,
If they play like that all the time, they're one of the best teams in the game. It's just what we saw before then wasn't like that, and then they start hitting their form, and you could tell they started getting more comfortable. And if that's their ceiling, and they can play at that comfort level, I mean, they're nice. I mean, they were shitting on people on Albagra, the HPs.
people
Like-
are vetoing that now.
Yeah, like
Yeah, people were. I mean, you hear all these rumors about how good, dude. I was walking past the team room the week leading up, and I just kind of popped in, say what's up to JP, and I'm like watching them play, and then Ghosty, I'm shooting on that like camera or whatever, and then Ghosty's like, "Yo, get this," and he clicks the like previous match because they're in the lobby, and they had 50-point clubbed a top team, and I was like, "What?"
Who was it?
I don't want to like say it.
You can say it.
NYSL. They
Fucking pissed on
yeah,
top team. They've been getting fucking filleted. They've
Well,
been getting butchered up.
that is true. Well, I didn't know that at the
They're
time.
on thin ice.
they were on thin ice yesterday on the breakdown.
They're on thin ice.
But I didn't know that at the time. So I was just like, what the fuck?
Wow, they're still a
Like,
great hardpoint team.
yeah. And
Yeah, no, they are.
I was like, 50-point club. That's insane. But I mean, I just know scrims, like you can have teams that are, I mean, Chicago, OpTic Chicago is really good in scrims. But
Where did this just come
No,
from?
I'm not saying you guys weren't good on not scrims, but you guys were really good in scrims.
That event right there could have changed Ghosty's career forever.
I agree.
Because I think if they lose to London and they get double first rounded at their home tournament and everybody's upset and now the confidence is shot from everybody and Ghosty wouldn't have had that high of stock if they lost that one. His career
would have been...
Maybe they make changes and then people question picking him up, or they don't make changes and they just lack confidence. I think for someone like him, that was just like a fairy tale and like a dream come true, because first off, their run made it so much better for everybody there. Like if that team places top 12 compared to making a run to the grand final,
that tournament,
the energy there is different. There's probably less people in the crowd. There's less. We are not setting the viewership record for the CDL if they get knocked out early. So, I mean, that is the best example that you'll see of flow state. A team getting better and better match by match, gaining momentum and confidence. And I will always die on the hill that like all it takes is literally one game on LAN to propel a team to a completely different team. Because all it is like a mental game and confidence. That's all it is. If you're not hesitating and you trust the decisions you're making at the highest level, most of the time, your intuition is correct. But it's when you lack the confidence, you start overthinking everything, and you're that, even being a millisecond behind the pace you should be playing at will cause you to lose. So, I mean, that was just a masterclass.
It was so fucking close, man. So close.
Yeah, it was insane. It was a joy to watch. I mean, obviously we wish they would have won in the end, but I mean, just that run was it was something magical. Something that was magic.
The fucking pressure on Ghosty.
Oh yeah.
Like, do you think it's more? We talked about this on the podcast. Do you think it's more of an advantage having the home crowd? You know, you get a three-piece, they'll scream. But the pressure to, if you don't play that good, we also everyone's fucking talking about you.
It best. It's like he has to start off with a two-piece. He has to start off strong. If he starts off like 0-3 and like those thoughts start to creep in, different. But it's like all it takes is one two-piece or three-piece, then hearing that crowd to just like completely like wipe the slate clean, I feel like.
It had to have been that kill on a seam, right?
The turn on the back logs?
Yeah.
I mean, that was insane.
It had to have been that kill.
That could have been it.
I mean, honestly, I think he looked like a different player from that point on.
That's what I think. Because he gets that kill because he didn't have his shining moment like with the crowd until that moment.
Yeah.
Like maybe he got a two-piece, maybe he held a hill long, whatever. But like that kill was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like when I think of like Illy's moment with the crowd, it was that two-piece with the pistol on the tank on Gavutsu. No. Yeah,
no, I know exactly what we were talking about.
That shit was like, oh my God. And that was the first time like OpTic, like the fan base had really like had that moment with Illy, and it was just like, and it was just like love ever since then. And I feel like you needed that.
Dan fucking clutched up on his moment. It's actually insane like how his career is probably going to go now compared to what it could have fucking went.
It could have been
down 100, down 100 losers round 1, last map to the Ravens.
No, they were down 100 map 4, and then they won that map, and then map 5 they went down 3-0 and they won that map.
You're right.
I mean, there was 2 instances where
I don't think people realize like so obviously joining OpTic, like the pros are insurmountable, like the support, the team, but it's also if you don't perform and it's like your first team, like his for example, if he doesn't play well. And he has people like Shotzi around him and Dashy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, and they place top 12. His stock is bottom of the fucking barrel.
Yeah.
He'd be lucky to get on a team in the short term, in my opinion. If you go from the most looked at team, and you don't play well, no matter what, even like the bottom 4 teams might be skeptical. Just like, he didn't make these players better. How the fuck's he gonna make this team better?
Yeah.
And now he completely just
like I almost feel like that pressure, that negative pressure, is stronger than the crowd being on your side.
At first, definitely. I mean, dude, the kid's a rookie play. It's
I paused it on. I paused it on.
Situation is unheard of.
Yeah, I paused it on stream. It was like just the camera's over here. It's like in between games, and it's just Ghosty, then Shotzi, Dashy, who. And I'm just like, what the off
I said it on
to
the watch
pull
party.
up to your first like CDL event. You look to your left and you get these fucking 3.
I mean, dude,
It's a good situation.
a month ago he's on Boston
capitalize
Academy,
on the situation.
where he's playing against Doug and Challengers.
Yeah.
A month later, he's wearing an OpTic jersey in front of the OpTic home crowd with Dashy and Shotzi and Kyler to his left.
People, yeah.
So like for him, it's like, what the fuck? Like it's unheard of. A challenger player usually gets a shot on like a bottom of the barrel team, never a top 4 most looked at team in esports.
And then you hear him in game. He's fucking directing these players.
Oh, he's fellow Johnson a ringer.
Pros.
He's fucking.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know what I was gonna say, but he's like actually directing these like top tier players,
He's
and it's like
directing
this fucking. He's coming from challengers with Doug Sensor Martin. Now he's telling Shotzi
against FaZe.
Against FaZe.
Give that up. Let Bruce take it. You know what I mean? Like,
like,
that's crazy.
Dash, you get out of hell. I got it. All right, Dan.
Okay, I'll get out.
All right, Dan.
Yeah, it was an insane event again.
Good for him, dude.
Good for
I was a
him.
fucking doubter. I can't lie.
I was doubting as well.
I didn't.
Like
I can't lie.
I didn't.
No, when they first announced it, dude, I think everybody.
Oh,
was
I
kinda
never
like,
doubted
what
when they
the
first
fuck?
announced it, but after they lost to Boston during the London series, I was like,
Uh-oh.
yeah, I doubted then. But then they win that, and then they come back. I
It
mean,
was just so
it
shocking
takes-
for a top 4 team to like replace someone like Ender for a Challengers player.
we
Like,
gave
it's just
them a
very
1%
unheard of.
chance to win the event, and they almost won the event.
I mean, but
To be
look,
fair, at that point, that was warranted, dude. Like,
exactly, though. But that's what I'm
it-
saying.
it
We both
sounded-
doubted.
It sounded horrible, but they get 3-0'd by Boston.
yeah.
And like that team that we saw Thursday is not the team we saw on Sunday.
Gotta call it
Or
how it is.
Saturday.
Like at all. Like
or Saturday.
Like not even remote. Yeah, exactly. Like just
they
not
looked
even
great
remotely
Saturday, too.
close.
Yeah,
Night and day difference.
I agree. I mean,
Yeah, that's we talked about it a little bit in the Flycast too. It was like it was definitely even from like I mean, you always hear people say it as a player, you take it map by map, series by series, but that's how it felt as a fan too. It's like we go down, and so it's like shit. It's Friday. We might not even be able to watch our favorite team tomorrow. So like we got to go hard, and it was like that's why the crowd energy level was because you guys won through winners, and the energy level was crazy, but like it was a different level of crazy this year because it was like this might be the last time we get to watch them, and then they won, and so it was like now this might be the last time. So it was just the energy level was crazy.
I actually
every
can't
single
fucking
time.
believe they made the final. It's like it's like the most like it's genuinely. I mean,
But they looked unfuckwithable.
yeah, no, they looked
real.
in
insane.
that run.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
Why is Toronto so good? Because
Toronto-
like I don't hear, as someone who's not so in depth with the COD community, I don't hear of those names being like the best.
Insight and Kleenex?
there are some teams who just have like natural teamwork, and Toronto has always been like the Insight and Kleenex duo are unreal.
Do you think that has something to do with their coaching staff? I've always thought about this. Because
I mean, yeah, I think Ryan's a solid coach.
Why did you
So-
just?
I don't know. Maybe
so is Joe.
That was the most hater.
Dude, they've
list,
always-
man.
it kind of was. I have no idea why I'm hating on the coach of
So-
Toronto.
Toronto's always had like good teamwork. They've always played the game pretty correct. Like,
I mean, okay, so
I mean, at
They
some
had-
point, do you just keep giving credit to the players?
They
or
don't
do
know
the
the
coaches
Insight
actually
and
do their
Kleenex.
job?
no, they just have, dude. So I played for Toronto, and then I obviously saw them excel when I got benched. They have like natural teamwork and chemistry. So the first iteration of the roster with Cammy and Bance. Bance was the IGL, but in all their listen-ins, they're all still very calm. It's not frantic. There's something about each iteration of the roster where they just know what each other are going to do and when, sometimes without it being said. Like Insight will always know what Kleenex is going to do.
And do you credit that to the coaches?
I mean,
Because they know
partly
if
yes,
they're-
but mostly
if they're
due to
on the same
players.
page, that's all that's saying is they're on the same page
because they've done
without
it,
saying it.
They've done it 3 years consistently.
I think their
with
practice
different
is
players.
I think their of course their coaches have like a say and a role to play in it, but I think their practice just has to be unreal. Where like they're taking practice very seriously and they're getting like actual meaningful reps because a lot of the time you can kind of out talent in practice and just go with the flow, and scrims are not like matches when it comes to like the pace that's played and the hype you bring. I think the practice just has to be unreal. And then Hicksy, I think too. Obviously, I didn't underlook him. It was just like I didn't think he was that talented of a player. I knew he was like had a good intangibles, good communication. He'll take the routes, but I didn't think he had what he showed this weekend in his locker. So he's kind of like Bance. IGL would also can pop off. Scrappy is their new roster is kind of like the original really good Toronto roster. It's like Hicksy is Bance. Scrap is now Cammy because Scrap's unreal. And Cammy isn't as good as he used to be. I love the kid. I'll fucking say it to him. And then Insight and Kleenex are still unreal.
This episode of the OpTic Podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding, because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk through things. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist that can take you on a journey of self-discovering wherever you are. If you guys watch the Flycast or sometimes the OpTic Podcast, we talk about it as well. We always talk about how talking with people can help you work through things. I personally have used BetterHelp. I know plenty of people that have. And what I enjoy most about it is the fact that you can have 3 different ways to talk to people. You can talk to your therapist through text. You can talk to them through voice or face-to-face on camera, which is, whichever helps you personally. And then you can grow to get more comfortable down the line. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/OpTic today to get your first 10% off for your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/OpTic. It's also time to talk about DoorDash. You know them, you love them, and they're back again. Missing the syrup for your pancakes, or you just ran out of your favorite coffee creamer? With DoorDash grocery delivery, you can get what you want right when you need it. You love the convenience of getting what you want right to your door. With DoorDash grocery delivery, you can stock up for the week or order last-minute cravings conveniently. Do you need groceries for the week, but you don't have time to go to the store? Try grocery delivery from DoorDash. You'll get everything you want delivered when you need it right to your door. If you want even more value, you can save on all your grocery and restaurant favorites with a $0 delivery fee on all eligible orders with a Dash Pass membership. With easy substitutions right in the app and best-in-class customer support, DoorDash delivers groceries exactly how you want it. Get 50% off your first DoorDash order up to a $20 value when you use code OpTic2023 at checkout. Limited time offer and terms apply. That's 50% off up to a $20 no min subtotal and $0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code OpTic2023. Don't forget, that's OpTic2023 for 50% off your first order with DoorDash. Also, since I got you, and since you're looking at my face and I'm looking at your face, go get some SCUF controllers. We got the brand new Evergreen, just came out in Xbox and PS5. I mean, look how beautiful. It's not just your stereotypical gaming controller. It's all dark and it's got neon. No, we brightened it up a little bit and we got some nice scenery so you can pwn some noobs while you're looking at a nice piece of artwork. Okay, back to the podcast.
I feel like they play
like they've had the
really
same roster
smart
for 3 years straight.
Just different faces.
Yeah, dude. That's kind of how I feel about Toronto.
It just seems like they're always a threat, no matter who is on the team.
Exactly.
Which is crazy.
I feel like they play really smart. Like I saw Hicksy not Chow like 3 times in a row. Like he got a hit mark on the other guy. I don't know, fucking map player or whatever. But I saw him just like hide behind the pillar. Maybe do a little of this. His teammate cleans him up. He moves up, gets shot again, like instead of anyone else. And like this is what I think like Shotzzy, a maniac. Why the fuck are you talking about how Shotzzy should play? But it's like Shotzzy, if he gets hit, he's jumping out trying to like shit on the guy. Or if he gets 2 kills, people were calling it like overheating. He's like, where's the third guy that I can shit on because the crowd's going crazy, whatever. Hicksy, I would saw like he'd get in a fight. And probably everyone on Toronto, like they get in a fight, they're hiding teammates cleaning it up. It just looks like they're playing smart. I could be wrong.
I tweeted Hicksy and I said, you play your life really well because he does. And he's like one of the few submachine guns in the league right now that will literally just put his controller down and like make you tweak.
Yeah.
You have to waste a nade.
Which goes a long way, and people don't understand that because they just see cracked POVs.
Yeah.
But like the way he plays the game is like very fundamentally correct.
Coming from a teammate of Shotzi's, whenever people say that he is overheating, is he overheating because he's trying to shit on the third guy, or is he trying to make him weak?
Well, no, that's just what's instilled in his brain.
I want to say one thing. I think Shotzi, Dashy, and Hook have always been those players that they're so good, so cracked. It was almost like me teaming with Form was like, if he's on fire, you do what you want. And I feel like for a long time they got away with that because they're that one player who they're heating up. They're so on fire. You do what you want. And so they're like, they kind of have that instilled in their brain to like, I'm on fire. Who am I shitting on next? Yeah. Instead of making the exact perfect play.
Yeah. Hicksy just makes, he just makes the right play a lot.
Yeah.
And I think he's one of the only subs in the league that I see do that. I'm not even going to lie.
Plays. And someone like Shotzi, it's also, I've said this like 6 times in the past 2 days. The kid has a spotlight on him, and his play style is so selfless and aggressive and consistent that like he'll make the same play in 2 different rounds. One time he'll get first blooded, and everyone's going to say he needs to learn to slow down.
Yeah.
He'll do it the next round and get a 2-piece, and it's let's fucking go, Shotzi. It's like a player like that has to remain that consistent play style. It's a risk reward. It's not going to work sometimes. It's going to work sometimes. And when it does work, it's very impactful. And when it doesn't work, it's worth a try. So like, him, Kleenex, like players like that, like they will constantly play that role. But it's such like a double-edged sword.
Is that role needed?
Shotzi, Formal said it best. When Shotzi's in flow state, he's probably the best player ever because of how impactful he is. Like the pace of what he plays and what he's doing, and like how hard of a kill he is, mixed with his talent, like I'm glazing. We've learned
that word.
He's just insanely impactful.
But is the next step to start winning every event or win like 3 in a row or something? Is it like learning when those opportunities come that you're overheating or something?
Yes.
Like that's like a next step in getting better.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm nowhere on his fucking level. Comments, and I shouldn't be saying anything.
It's just.
But I feel like there's room. There's always room to improve, no matter who you are. And Shotzi is fucking insane.
Of course,
his POV is insane.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give critiques because I just don't want to deal with it.
I get that.
I just want to look at the comments. But I think everyone sort of kind of agrees as a whole.
That's also what I've been dealing with. I've been a pro for 11 years, and now I'm critiquing gameplay from the outside, and it's like, you only won twice, and you're going to critique gameplay, and it's like, listen, it's one thing to play and win and at the highest level. It's another thing to look at a mini-map and tell you what's the right and wrong play. I can, most of the time, be correct if I'm looking at a mini-map and say, okay, that guy blocked that spawn, and
for sure.
Just, but you didn't fucking win, so look at you now. Shut up.
Yeah.
Suck it.
That's why I just got to...
But that's why the watch parties, I think the watch parties are going to eventually... that's up to you, but are going to eventually become more like relaxed. Because Seth, I was very surprised whenever you started with the watch parties, like how knowledgeable you were going to like start, like not how knowledgeable you were, but like you were like teaching motherfuckers how to play.
Yeah, that's what I kind of felt like being on there. I was like,
and I was like, damn, I thought we were going to drink beers and like watch this shit. You know, that's what I thought.
You ain't got time for that.
But like, then now you got 2 pro players on it. So I walk in there and I'm like, I don't know. I watched the game. A lot of people watch the mini-map. I've started watching the mini-map, though.
I watched the mini-map more than the game.
I never looked at the mini-map.
I never look at the mini-map.
Shoot all those years shooting vision, and like even before like watching that, like I would watch the game. Like I would watch you guys like play. And it seems like everyone else just watches the mini-map. But now on rotations and stuff, I'm like, so who's 8? He's got to fight 4?
But then people in Twitch chat are watching just the POVs and the... Yeah. I'm not going to
I think that's something cool I think it's cool, obviously, what you started, and now I get to be a part of. It's like, now we get to like kind of change that little by little to where like we actually, like if me or you provide analytics and we talk about the minimap, like I think more people will now start paying attention to that a little more as compared to just like the POV.
We might be pioneering a new generation.
I think you are, because I'll hear you guys, look at 7, look at number 7. And I'm like, where the fuck's the where's 7 going? Where he spawn?
I said, you had 180,000 viewers. I'm sure a lot of those guys are hardcore competitive gamers. Some of them, or a lot of them are probably not. 180,000 people.
No way all of them are.
you have to think that a few people sat there and watched and maybe learned something, and that maybe that they can now add to their play. I think ranked play has been great too, because it's like it gives people a reason to come back on Twitch every single day or want to play. So right now, dude, I don't know. We have this perfect storm, I think, going on.
Yeah, and especially like I think the commentators in Call of Duty have always been outstanding, but like their job is to commentate and entertain.
Yeah.
So they're not like, oh, look at number 8 and look at number 8 and number 4. So it's like a cool it's cool to hear, you know, Miles and Chance like commentate very well, and then you guys also over top of that being like, oh shit, look at 4 and 8. They have to fight right here while they're commentating what like the actual POVs.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely a time in COD we've never seen before. So I think you know, what you guys are doing, not to glaze, I guess is the new word.
Yeah, glazing.
What you guys are doing
I didn't know
really
what
dope.
it meant.
Glazing.
What is it? What does glaze mean?
So essentially in 2023,
Cock riding.
Ooh.
I mean,
in 2023, you can't applaud anybody for their work or say you like someone the way they do a certain thing, because any type of love or support is now dick riding. So
I'm a professional glazer.
AKA glazing.
glazing.
I've always said that I don't know. I think giving people their flowers is dope.
Yeah.
Well,
and I've always
dude,
done that.
The fuck social media pisses me off. If someone dies, God forbid, this is pretty morbid, but we should have gave them their flowers while they were here. Let's give them their flowers while they're here. Oh, you're glazing and you're dick riding. All right, I'll wait till he's dead.
Well, you're also
I'll wait till he's dead.
That's another instance where you're looking at. I mean, the majority of people are fine with glazing, but then there's the 15-year-olds that found out a word in math class, and now that's all they say, dude. You're glazing.
It also depends on who you're friends with. I'll use this example. Apparently, I'm your biggest dick rider. We've been friends for 12 years.
Yeah, you're crazy glazer.
Yeah, I milk those udders.
You're like a double glazed donut.
So if you're friends with someone who's successful or like popular, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're leeching or you're doing this."
Yeah.
And then if you're friends with someone who's no one gives a fuck. Like it's just all situational. Like it's even like,
dude, he cares too much. You need to care.
No, I don't
less.
really. I don't really care about that stuff. Like when I say like I leech. I mean, we've been friends for fucking 12 years.
You need to care less though. Like
I'm just talking about like, dude.
Oh, I've seen it for 7 years. Leeching off OpTic. I'm like, what exactly makes that bad though? If someone has a good corporate job at fucking Nabisco, are you leeching off Nabisco? If like you have a decent, like it's a good opportunity, good job, like
people love to discredit now.
You enjoy it, like
it's like I feel like Courage Ninja is a decent example where it's like Ninja gave Jack more eyes, but it was his hard work and like him doing it every single day for hours on end that kept people around. Like you can always have someone help you get eyes on you. Like if I'm playing with you, sure I have more eyes on me, but like for me to actually translate that into success, I guess it's me putting in the hours and the work and like the content that they'll keep watching. Like they're not just gonna watch me just because I'm friends with you. If I'm just streaming 2 hours a day and making shit content.
I mean, yeah, it's a fair point.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Which is why you should stop caring.
Wait a sec.
Wait, hold on. What's wrong with streaming?
What's wrong with 2 hours stream?
I'm not gonna say anything.
No, you can tell me to stop caring, but I would just give an example. If someone says that leech off, you don't actually give a fuck.
Seth acts like he hasn't cared and he's just this monk.
Oh,
like Seth refreshing Twitter after matches.
Yeah, after matches, I would do that.
Seth would go after losing champs.
That's the worst time to do it.
Listen, man, we're all human.
Hector would be like, stop.
We're all human. It's normal. Yeah. No one wants to read bad shit about themselves online.
Now that I've retired, it's like that was the only thing that I would like care about when people would say shit. It was like you're getting shit on. Like that's the only.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Like I went through a time in my life where like I wanted everyone to like me. I just like I just thought like if you don't like me, I would just only need like 5 minutes with you, and then like you could like me because I'm like a pretty chill guy.
Which is honestly that's probably the way it would go. If you could meet every single person who said something bad about you and have a conversation, I can guarantee most would probably like you.
Yeah. So it's just, but then. That like drove me literally drove me crazy and I was like, okay, like some people just don't fuck with me. Like that's just how it is, and like cool. And once you get past that, then you're like, all right.
Well, it's also the weird social media aspect because it's one thing. It's okay not to like people. It's a different thing to go like talk about it. Like if I don't like somebody, you'll never catch me online talking about how I don't like them.
Comment.
No.
I would just say, "What's up?" I would say, "What's up? How are you? Good to see you." And I'd walk away and go about my day. I'd be respectful, good mannered, cordial.
For sure.
I'm walking away. I would never tweet someone saying, "Yeah, I fucking hate your personality,"
Yeah.
Or go on Reddit and talk about a fucking hate thread. Like, it's just weird behavior.
Well, you're also... I'm not going to say that.
I get... What?
Huh?
What?
No, I'm just not going to say
People
that.
live some shitty lives.
Yeah, that's...
Some really shitty lives.
You've
and
had
you're
a good
living
life so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just trying to talk, dude.
There's
I'm just
a lot
trying
of
to be
anger
open
out
about
there.
everything, man.
I get that.
I just think it's weird. I've never watched Derek Jeter strike out and went and fucking tweeted him. Hey, fucking, you played like shit.
Well, that's...
Think Derek Jeter doesn't know he played like fucking shit?
That's acceptable. I mean, that's just sports culture.
I know.
I mean, people... And that's one of the things that like annoyed me when I was playing, and it was like, but that's just how it is.
And to be fair, American sports culture is way more relaxed than other places.
Wait, they're fucking insane about football or soccer.
Yeah. No, they will.
Who was that? Rashford? Was that his name? I remember he missed a penalty in like a huge game, and dude, he's like one of the best players in the world, I think. And Twitter was just on his ass.
Oh, dude, that was a bad day.
Yeah.
That was when England lost.
Do you think he looked at it after?
I think there's no way he could have not seen it.
I hope not. If he didn't look at it, he saw the articles. Because whoever was running his social media at the time completely had to take over. Like his Instagram comments were absurd. I mean, he had to stop tweeting. Like it was like they were like sending. It was like he missed, and immediately that had to have been 1,000 death threats. Like immediately.
1,000.
Like
1,000 might be 1,000,000.
Yeah, I'm saying the second he missed.
Oh yeah,
people had the drafts ready. You know what I mean? Like and I think, and that's we're only talking about English speaking, like sports. Imagine everywhere else where there's competition. I mean, they probably do there's like ruthlessness out there. I'm not saying it's acceptable, but like, yeah, that's how sports culture is, especially in the United States, especially in baseball. I feel like baseball, like that's America's sport. Or the previous. Wait, I want to ask you guys, what do you think? You think baseball's still popping?
I still enjoy going to a baseball game.
I don't playoff baseball.
I don't watch it like I don't watch it on TV unless it's the World Series, but I like going to a baseball game every once in a while. Hearing the ball hit the bat.
Yeah.
Eating a glizzy, getting a beer.
It's just a bunch of like non-athletic people like
They are very
I just gotta say something to get the people going.
Baseball is probably one of the hardest things to do in sports.
I understand it's difficult,
if not the hardest.
But they're hitting a ball. I've never been a baseball fan. I understand it's a skill. I understand it's fucking hard. I try to throw a pitch. It's definitely not a strike. I suck. I'm not even good at hitting the ball. I understand the difficulty. I'm just saying.
I'm not sure if anybody else can relate.
You just said it's a bunch of unathletic people.
I was kind of trolling with that because they are all fucking jacked and athletic, but it's like there's not. It's just I don't know. I'm bored when I watch baseball. Never been a baseball fan.
It's not great to watch on TV.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where like I enjoy the history of it. I enjoy the Americanism of it, but like I don't. By the fourth inning, I'm like, okay.
I enjoyed the Barry Bonds era.
Well, I was going to mention the era.
Is you saying bring steroids back?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys...
it should be like wrestling. Do what you want, make it entertaining.
Like, I think this goes with everything. Baseball, like the Yankees, right? I was a huge fan, and I watched every single game, and I was playing baseball when you had Jeter, A-Rod, Rivera. It's very hard for me to watch now and see none of the people I grew up watching play. Yeah. And it's like the Giants, Tiki Barber, Plaxico Burress, WWE. Like, it's so weird now to watch these sports and not see the people I grew up watching. And I don't have that like personal connection or like that love for it like I used to because of it.
Well, now and then the generation under you takes your place and now they start watching it.
Yeah, but are we in our generational like bubble where we think that like people aren't watching anymore because we're not watching?
They're playing fucking Fortnite on their iPads.
Yeah, are they actually not watching?
We grew up different. We grew up outside and
like are people collecting
the video games we played were Guitar Hero and Rock Band, and now it's like everybody's online, socializing online, playing Fortnite and online games on an iPad at 7 years old. 7 years old, I was outside spearing people with a Jeff Hardy fucking sleeve on.
That's true.
Walking out to the theme song on whatever I was playing it on, my fucking CD player with my headphones. It's just a different era.
It's a different time.
So do you think? I wonder what the actual like viewership levels are of baseball. And why do we go to baseball? Is it because it's the slowest paced It's got to be the slowest pace. Like
I think they're trying to quicken the pace.
they have a pitch clock now.
Yeah, so like
you have
now,
to throw the pitch within the allotted amount of time.
good for them.
Yeah, like you have to throw it.
That's kind of crazy that they have to.
I'm also pretty
do
sure,
that.
I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure in extra innings now, someone starts on second each inning. I'm pretty sure. Instead of like,
What the fuck?
yeah, I'm pretty sure like now, like with
I did
zero
hear-
outs,
I
someone
hear
else, like
something about that.
they're already starting on second base.
I did hear something about that.
The World Series.
That's a
play
telltale
T-ball.
sign of what social media is doing to our attention spans. That now sports are adding rules to try and
To try to quicken
Quicken
the
the
game.
game.
Yeah. I didn't even think about it like that.
Okay, it's not, so the viewership is it's not bad.
It's kind of
I
bad.
mean, that is a steady decline.
Yeah, that's like Halo Infinite numbers. Wow.
Yeah, okay, but as
As far as the slope goes.
I feel like
Now
as
pull up
long
the
as,
Super Bowl. Or the NBA Finals.
It also depends on who's in it, man. Like
That's true.
if it's like a Yankees Dodgers World Series, everybody's tuning in. You have the two biggest
Look,
markets.
2016, the Cubs year, 22.
Do what?
22 million the Cubs year. That was the most.
Oh.
That was the highest viewed one since 2004.
Scuff House days.
And that was the year the Cubs won. But that's because the Cubs hadn't won in what, like a
Who the hell played
century?
in 2004? That had to be the Yankees. Matt, you got to look up the 2004 World Series. Who was that?
This is the
Holy
Super Bowl, right?
What?
Wait, what?
100 million? Damn, baseball's dead. R.I.P.
Now look up the NBA Finals.
Sorry, all you baseball fans.
Surely baseball viewership is still better than the NHL, right? Which is weird because
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't think so.
I think in
NHL is popping nowadays.
I think in our lifetime,
You
the
think so?
MLS is going to take over baseball.
MLS, really?
I think it is. MLS, dude, the MLS is making waves.
Dude,
for
social
sure.
media and
Is
like
it?
entertainment
Dude, you
are
should-
changing everything.
I'm sorry. I'm going to ask you one more thing, Matt. After this,
This is the NBA Finals?
I can't even see. What does it say?
13 million.
Damn, that's it?
Yeah, what the
Super
fuck?
Bowl is great. Wait, how much was
Baseball's was 12
Baseball
million.
was
Was more
12.
than that? Or almost
To be
around
fair,
the same?
The NBA Finals are like a 7-game average.
That's true.
You also like
Well,
Super
I
Bowl's
mean-
like
Well, so
one.
is- so is the
Yeah,
World
that's
Series.
true.
Yeah, but the Super Bowl's different. Like you can't compare
Well, the Super Bowl is
NFL to anything.
very different.
It's like a worldwide event where like
Yeah.
I get that.
you have the biggest artist performing at a halftime show. The commercials are like a reason to
There
watch.
was a whole tournament leading up to it,
Yeah.
to one game. I get it. It's the same.
It's a one and done.
It's a one and done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, I think NHL in person, like I think going to a hockey
Matt Craig, pull up the
event is,
NHL
like,
for
the
me.
most,
Sorry,
the
last
most
thing.
fun.
I'm just curious.
The most fun sporting event in
The
person,
Stanley
I think,
Cup.
is the NHL.
Really?
I can't believe they let you punch each other in the fucking face in a sport now.
It's great.
like
It is- it
like
is a good-
MMA. You literally break people's bones for a win.
Yeah, but
I
this
also-
is like
You
a
armbar them
sport.
until you break their shit.
I mean, dude, like imagine if imagine if a struggling sport just made like a documentary like F1 did. The F1 Drive to Survive series literally brought America into F1. Like there was no big F1 following in the US really. Like it was decent,
There
but
was
nothing
some
insane.
like niche like
The
people.
F1 Drive to Survive series like propelled F1's like fan base
Yeah, those are
a
not
fucking shit ton.
You see that 4.6 for the Stanley Cup this year?
4.6.
Yeah,
last year?
Yeah, NHL's not doing great.
I mean, they're
Last
not
2
doing,
years they
they're not doing
were
bad
doubling.
though. I mean, that's 5 million. I mean, in 2013, that's 6 million people watching. That's pretty damn good.
It's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. There's enough to pay people in millions.
Yeah.
Okay, last thing, Matt. I'm so sorry. Can you look up MLS, the Charlotte United Stadium or Charlotte FC Stadium? Like, look how many people, and this happens in Charlotte, this happens in Austin, this happens in Seattle and in LA. Like, the third one. Look how many fucking people are there.
What the fuck?
That's an American soccer game.
What the hell?
What the-
I'm telling you, bro, like it's gonna like soccer is becoming like bigger. I think in our lifetime it'll either pass the NHL in viewership or it'll pass it might pass baseball. I don't know if it'll pass baseball. But
I mean, aren't some of like the most popular footballers or soccer players coming to the MLS now? Or like, is Messi going to play in the MLS? Or
they have been for years. That's been happening. The MLS is considered their retirement.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. So like,
you come here, get a bag.
You come here, get a bag. You get to live in LA in Hollywood. That, David Beckham comes here with a Spice Girl, and now they own. Well, I think, dude, David Beckham's deal, I don't know like the intricacies of it, but it's the best deal ever.
Really?
He came here and like signed to LA Galaxy, but like his deal was like worked into like, he got like a percentage of the concessions. Like he got like a crazy deal. And I think he might even be part owner of a team now. I don't know if it is the Galaxy, but the viewership levels since he joined, like since he retired, or he didn't retire, but he basically retired. And he retired, he comes here to join the Galaxy, and the viewership levels have skyrocketed since then. And now there's another LA team.
That'd be dope for someone that's living in the UK. They come here, they play soccer in Miami.
Yeah, that's where Messi was thinking about going.
You're not going
Miami.
To like somewhere in Maine. You're going somewhere like tropical.
Where's Ronaldo playing? Is it Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia, yeah. It was either Saudi Arabia or it was like Seattle.
They have
those are like
Ronaldo?
Ronaldo was almost here,
dude.
Like super close.
There's a rule in Saudi Arabia where you can't live, I think, with like a woman unless it's your wife. And for him, they said, yeah, do what the fuck you want. Something like that, where like they literally just let him do whatever he wants. And there's like a law around his girlfriend. There's some law with.
They made a law about him.
You got to think.
He's allowed to.
He has a pardon.
Yeah.
You got to think about all the money they're about to make.
But it's just insane, like how big some of these people are.
Yeah. But yeah, I think. Because Thierry Henry did it, Beckham did it, Wayne Rooney did it. I think Pele did it. Or they just come to the MLS. Did Pele do it? I think he did. But it's just like the biggest stars. Eventually, who's the guy that plays for Wales did it too. He just won. He won the.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he won the chip for LAFC, and now he's fully retired. And it's dude, how do I not know? I keep thinking Anton Griezmann. I can't believe I'm forgetting this.
Bale.
Yeah.
Bale. I remember him because he was on. What team was he on in the World Cup? Wales.
Yeah. Gareth Bale.
Yes, Gareth.
He's like a huge star, and then he came here. Played for LAFC for 2 years, won the tournament, and then fully retired. Yeah. Got a bag, lived in LA for a year, or maybe it was only a year, but
probably still lives there.
Plays golf.
Damn.
Apparently, he was a huge golfer. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my hypothesis, is because it's only a matter of time. It's the biggest sport in the world, and it's just not big here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll change.
I did enjoy it a little bit.
Oh yeah,
when we were watching it
I forget he's a hater.
I'm like a hater? Sort of a fake
of soccer.
No, I actually love it.
I don't love it, but
he's like a foot fairy. You prance around the field.
I say it half trolly.
I'm a golf hater too.
I'm a fucking golf hater.
I'm a golf hater too.
I don't understand.
Like everyone who's bad at sports goes and plays golf.
It's not even that. I can't imagine. Jesus. I don't know. It's just spectating. Like I can't wrap my head around watching golf. But to be fair, I don't play it, so I'm sure if you play it, you understand like the intricacy of it and like how hard it is.
Now you see why older people can't wrap their heads around why people watch other people play video games.
That's true.
Yeah. Correct.
That's the thing.
I see that.
That's the thing with soccer, is I can't put myself in other people's shoes of like watching soccer and never playing it. I can kind of see how it could be slow, but it's not slow because it's always moving and there's no commercial breaks.
No, it's underrated.
There's no commercial breaks?
0 commercial breaks in soccer.
Damn.
You blow the whistle, there's a halftime, and then...
That's commercial break.
Okay, so there's 1 commercial break.
How do people advertise around soccer? In the stadium?
In this state? Well, that's an American way of thinking. Like, they just play it, and then, like, you get the commercials before and after, and then, like, during in the stadium. Or you go.
I wonder how much a sponsor has to pay to get in, like, a jersey for, like, Argentina.
That's why soccer players... Look, I'm wearing a soccer jersey right now. Usually, if this was an American jersey and this was the Patriots, it would say Patriots right here.
That's the sponsor right there?
But it says the sponsor. Yeah, I don't even know what this is.
Whatever sponsor that is.
Oh, it's cracking.
Is paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
The World Cup changed my mind a little bit. It was kind of fun. That's what
Cup's
went on when we were in like Colorado, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was watching.
You got to watch
incredible.
like
I don't
the best
remember.
World Cup.
Yeah, I don't remember who I was watching, where they were from, but it was kind of exciting. And then watching there with people who actually play soccer and know soccer, it's like they kind of.
It was like me,
Blake and
George,
George.
Sabas, like we were all soccer.
Everyone
fans.
is a soccer head, and I'm just sitting there like, what is this, man? Sure, I'll watch. But then it's like, by the end of it, I was like hype as fuck because I forget what exactly happened. They like almost scored a goal to tie it, or they scored a goal to tie it, or maybe take the lead, but then they took it back.
We were watching the Mexico game, I think, right?
I don't remember, but I was like, by the end of it, I'm like, oh my god. No fucking.
It's so much fun. I love it.
Like,
Did you have a drink while you were watching it?
I don't think I did have a drink.
I was gonna say that
It would have made it better.
No, soccer's fun.
I don't
to watch.
even think I had
and
a
so
drink
is tennis,
watching it.
dude. Tennis is underrated.
Really?
Like watching Federer and Nadal, it's like always on in the morning. So you'd wake up and you're just on the couch bumming it, and you're tired, but it's just a good watch. I don't know. Yeah. Damn.
I need to watch King Richard. I never watched it.
It's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's that about?
Serena and Venus Williams, like their life story, their dad coaching them and what they went through and blah, 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 shit like that. Will Smith's in it, plays their dad.
What do you guys think about the fall of Will Smith?
What do you
The
mean?
fall of Will Smith?
Since the slap.
Damn, we're late on this subject.
Well,
I guess it's about time because it is the
Wait, what happened?
the fall of Will Smith. Like it happened a while ago, but I guess at this point in time, it is like.
Well, I think it's starting to come back up because
Chris Rock's
the Grammys, right?
Chris Rock's
or the Emmy or the
Netflix special. His Netflix special.
He just went at him for like 5 minutes.
His Netflix
calling
special.
his wife a bitch and stuff.
Said she was fucking his son's friend.
Apparently, people were like hating on the special though. They were like, it wasn't funny. He just seemed kind of salty.
Yeah, I haven't liked the Chris Rock special in a while though. To be fair.
I don't watch those at all. So
wait,
there are
watch
some good comedians right now.
You don't watch comedy specials? That's surprising.
Why?
Yeah, I could see you as a comedy special.
I thought you would
guy.
like comedy specials.
Stand-up's insane.
Because you like? Do you like
stand-up?
Who's your favorite?
Joey Diaz.
Yeah. Really?
Of fucking course.
Joey Diaz.
I like Sebastian Maniscalco.
You ever been to Chipotle? You walk in, there's people everywhere.
I like Sebastian.
He's good.
Fucking.
I just think the more mainstream they get, the worse they get. Like I can't watch a Kevin Hart stand-up anymore.
Yeah.
His original stand-ups were incredible.
His originals.
The more they put out.
I watched Chappelle.
Chappelle's always
the best.
Chappelle show.
But yeah, I think it's once you become accustomed to someone's style.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't shock you anymore. Like it's kind of like DaBaby. Like whenever you listen to a DaBaby verse. Remember when DaBaby first came out? You were like, "Oh my god, it's the best cadence ever."
I still kind of fuck with him.
And then now people are like, "Oh, he doesn't ever change his flow." It's like his flows. That's kind of how I feel about like
750 songs later. It's
also Theo Von.
The same.
If Theo Von was playing right there, I would walk.
Yeah, Theo Von.
I think Theo
he's growing on me.
I can't believe. Theo Von's podcasting ability is like. I can't believe how quick he is.
The shit he just says is like the most insane shit. Like, and like he'll just pull shit out of a hat, and it's like, where the fuck did that come, dude? He is great.
Yeah.
Do you know who Theo Von? You don't know who Theo Von? Do you know who Theo Von is?
You would fucking love Theo Von.
Seth would love.
Just
Theo
search
Von.
TikTok and go on TikTok and just search Theo Von.
Is he dumb,
dude?
I've seen the one clip with on him on Joe Rogan where he's like. Yeah, Monster's a piss machine, and he's like, yeah, it's also I forget what he says, but
it'll make you go home and beat your wife.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck,
dude? He is fucking great.
No,
what does he say,
dude?
Joe Rogan's like, yeah, I drink Monster, and it's like it makes me piss, and he's like, yeah, it also makes you want to beat your wife. Yeah.
Joe Rogan just like what?
Yeah, I've seen that.
He had Drewski on his podcast. And he was like, "You ever meet Michael Jackson?" Drew was like, "Nah, I was like 10 or something." He was like, "That would have been the time to meet him." And it's just like, does he think of that before? Is that why he's asking? Have you ever met Michael? I think they were.
Up for
yeah, like is he setting that? Is that's what comedians do? Like,
no. I wonder if Theo Von practices. You know, like
I think inside his brain, it just always practices.
It has to be like. anything that anyone says, it's like people who freestyle for a living. That's what they do. Like Harry Mack.
Dude. It's.
So you
dude.
think he's always thinking about? Like,
I think
what if somebody says this? This is how I respond.
I think he always.
I think that's
that.
just how his brain works.
And that's why his like. I think Andrew Schultz does the same thing. Like
I like him. He's good.
Because
I don't really like him. I don't know why.
Really?
I think he's
that's
solid.
surprising.
I just not necessarily as a person, but just as I don't know. I can't sit there and watch his specials.
I think his crowd work ability is like
he is good. Like I watch and I realize he's good, but
like how much he knows about like different cultures and different religions.
He's very like
that's
politics and
that's why
left side, right side.
I think he practices too. He is like the best like fence walker ever.
He's very
he'll fuck with
smart.
everyone on no matter like what race you are, what religion, what political party. Like he'll fuck with everyone.
Yeah, he's like very smart randomly.
Super smart.
They lost me.
Yeah, sorry.
You don't know Andrew Schultz?
Theo Von, you'll love.
You should watch some
Joey Diaz also is. Joey Diaz is more so like I think Joey's better like on shows and like podcasts.
Yeah.
He's a good stand-up guy, but I still think I think Chappelle's probably the best.
I like Joey just as a human.
Chappelle's the best.
Dude, Joey's great. I was stoned to the gills, Joe Rogan. Took an edible, hit the bag a few times. Great, Joe Rogan.
Talks about kidnapping, fucking back in the day, kidnap people.
Who's the guy? Every day I'm hustling.
Rick Ross?
No, well, that's the who makes that song.
Oh, Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
Yeah.
See, that's how I feel about Cat Williams. Is like when he first came out, it was like absurd humor,
Yeah.
and it was the best. And now, like if I see him doing that style of humor, like nowadays, it's just like I've already like seen this kind of thing, and it's weird how like Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle,
Bill Burr is good.
Like that, how they can continue to just. I don't know how they do it. Like, how is it still entertaining, even though they kind of have the same style? I don't know.
Sebastian was my favorite for a bit, and dude, I'm just like the more you watch someone and like new specials come out, like they just get less funny.
I completely when I first he used to be like my like happy watch when I'm fucking depressed or something like. And I'm just alone in my apartment. I put on that, and it like kind of lightens my mood a little bit. But it's like the more stuff he came out with, the less it
just seems too forced. The more you watch it, but like I can relate because like the Italian thing. So like he'll be like, back in the day, someone knocks on your door, get the dessert. We got company. Now someone knocks on your door, get the shotgun. Who the fuck's at the door? Like he's, I don't know. I mean, it's a special talent to be a comedian. Like
dude, it's fucking so
when
hard.
Dane Cook first came out, everyone's like, "Oh my god, the fucking goat!"
Yeah,
everyone thought he was the greatest, and
Dane
then just
Cook,
the more and more shit he puts out, everyone's like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah,
Kevin Hart, I kind of feel the same way. Not fuck this guy, but it's just like
the
I don't
original
really
Kevin
care
Hart
about your
special. Had me in tears,
dude.
Because what the fuck you gonna do if your child watch you get your ass beat? Dad, come here. I'm getting bullied. All right, where's he at? Get your ass beat, and it's like. That special, like I was like, Kevin Hart's the funniest guy in the fucking world.
That was like 2011, 2012.
During that special,
dude, it's so good. And that was the first time I'd ever like.
I bought his book and shit.
Sorry, well you should.
I can't believe you don't like stand-up.
Very surprised you don't watch any stand-up.
What do you watch?
Disney movies.
Movies. You're on Hex's account buying movies.
You watch like funny shit, like.
Dude, we watched the movie the other night.
Dumb shit.
It was called The Devil Conspiracy. And it was like an action movie based around like Lucifer and like God, and it was insane. It was like, dude, it was such a. It got like a 27% on Rotten Tomatoes, but I loved it.
You liked it?
Yeah, it was so.
Did you watch Cocaine Bear yet?
No, should I?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I want to watch that.
I need a good movie
just to see what the fuck it's about.
Yeah,
it's about a bear that eats cocaine.
Have you seen the TV series The Watcher?
No.
It's pretty good. You should watch it. I'm not going to explain anything about it, but I need a new good movie.
I always
rely on Hex for that.
There's a documentary about the Jared guy from Subway. You should watch that.
Really?
That shit is fucking creepy.
Wait, what did he get in trouble for?
Bad shit. Like child shit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You like movies or TV? Because TV shows, I can just...
TV,
if
it's like one season, 8 episodes.
Oh, okay.
So Blackbird. Like a Ted Lasso type watch?
Is that what that is?
That's 3 seasons.
I watched.
Well, yeah, but it's like super. The episodes are short. I haven't
Ted
even
Lasso
watched that
is
show.
so good.
Yeah, if it's like a short.
I actually haven't seen Ted
but
Lasso yet.
mostly movies.
So, you haven't watched it?
I've watched on Apple TV. Watched Severance, Slow Horses, and Blackbird, and all
Severance.
3 are unbelievable.
Severance is so good.
Severance is unreal.
Severance.
You would love Severance.
Severance
That's
is
a show?
Severance is unreal.
It's on Apple TV.
Only one season so far.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've rambled enough. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 115, brought to you by BetterHelp and DoorDash. And also, go grab yourself some SCUMPS controllers. They're evergreen, they're nice, and they might just have a little bit of Seth juice on them if you want that.
Juicy.
We'll see you next time for episode 116. Peace.
Peace.